Hello everyone, hope you all are doing good. So let's start solving today's problem. So today's problem is about make binary tree from linked list. Now let's see how to solve this problem. So here, so here the problem has asked us to convert this linked list into a binary tree. So you will get this as your output after converting this linked list into a binary tree. Now let's see how to solve this. What I'll do, I'll simply traverse this whole linked list, and while traversing, I will extract all the values of each node in this linked list and store it in a vector. And using those values, I will construct a new binary tree. Okay, so let's traverse the whole linked list first and store the values into a vector. So here I will require a vector array. Let's name it as V. Now what? My head is pointing at the first node. What is the value at the first node? It is 1. So push it into your vector array. Now move to the next node. Your head will now get updated to 200 as your next node is 200. Your head will now point to 200. It will now point here. What is the value here? It is 2. Push it into your vector. Move to the next node. That is here. Update your head. What is the value here? It is 3. Push it into your vector. Move to the next node. Your next node is pointing to 400. So update your head to 400 and now your head is pointing here. What is the value here? It is 4. Push it into your vector. 4. Now move to the next node. Your next node is at 500. So your head will be pointing here now. What is the value here? It is 5. Okay. Now again, move to the next node. Now it will point to null because your next is now pointing to null. So now your head will get updated to 0. When your head will point to null value, you will simply stop your traversal then and there because you don't have any other values left or any other nodes left to traverse. So this is what your vector array will store. So here I've stored all the values of the linked list into this vector array, and now we need to construct the binary tree. So I'll use recursion to construct this binary tree. Since my array index starts with 0, so I'll assume this particular element to be the root node. So this is the root element. Now I need, so since I'm using recursion, so at first I'll construct the left subtree and then I'll move to the right subtree if there's any right subtree. But before that, let's see one thing. If the root node is stored at position I, its left and right children are stored at position 2 into I plus 1 and 2 into I plus 2. So we are given with this vital information. So let's utilize this. It is here telling us that if my root node is at position I, then the position of the left child in this array will be at 2 into I plus 1 and my right child will be located at 2 into I plus 2 in this array. Okay, so this was my root node. I value was 0. This element was stored at index 0. So here I am taking I as 0. My root node is at 0. Now I need to find out the left child at first. So my left child is 2 into I. I is 0 here. So I am taking I as 0 here. 2 into 0 plus 1, which is giving me 1. So now this tells me the position of the node, the left child. So it is pointing to index 1. What is the element present at index 1? It is 2. So insert this 2 in the left child, in the left side of this root node. Now my I is 1. Now my I is 1. Since we are constructing the left subtree, so now I need to find out the left child of this root. So this root is located in this array, it is located at index 1. So now my I is 1. Where is the left child located? Let's see. 2 into I plus 1. We will utilize this formula. 2 into I is 1 here. 2 into 1 plus 1. That is 3. What is the element at index 3? It is 4. Insert it into the left side of 2. Okay. Now again, move to the left. Where is this element 4 located? It is at index I equals to 3. So let's find out the location of the left child. My left child is at 2 into I is 3. 3 plus 1. That is, my left child is located at 7, index 7. But wait, the size of this vector array is only 5. Only 5 elements are present here. But my left child is now pointing to the index 7. So it is index out of bound case. Whenever this case happens, simply return null. Okay, now move to the right node. Now let's calculate the location of the right child by using this formula. That is, right child is at 2 into I plus 2, that is 2 into 3 plus 2, 6 plus 2. This gives us 8. Again, index out of bound case. So that means if index out of bound case, then simply return null. So here we have traversed the left node. Now move to the right node. So where was 2 located? 2 was located at index 1. Now I am pointing here. Okay, so let's find the location of the right child now. 2, I was 1. 2 into 1 plus 2. What is 2 into 1 plus 2? It is 4. What is the element at index 4? It is 5. Okay, so it is 5. Insert this 5 in the right side of 2. Now again, move to the left. In the left, so my 5 is located at index 4. My 5 is located at index 4. How to calculate the left child? 2 into I plus 1. So my I value is here 4 plus 1. 2 into I plus 1. This is giving me 9, which is again index out of bound case because my array size is 5 and 9. My left child is pointing to index 9, which is greater than 5. That means simply return. See if I can insert a right child or not. So calculate the position of the right child. 2 into 4. 2 into 4 plus 2. This is 10. Again, I'm getting index out of bound case. So return. Return. So this has been completed. Left node has been inserted. Right node has been inserted. Return now. Now what? So this left subtree has been done. Now move to the right subtree. Now let's construct the right subtree. I am at here at element 1 at root 1. My I was 0. My left child node has been done. Now it's time to find the position of right child node. So 2 into 0 plus 2. This will point to. So what is the element present at index 2? It is 3. So insert this 3 in the right side of 1. Now I is 2. Now my I is equals to 2. Let's calculate the index of left child. So the index of left child is 2 into I plus 1. 2 into I is 2. 2 plus 1. This is giving me 5. But wait. Uh, we are having index till 4. We don't have any index 5. So that means it is again index out of bound case. So we don't have any left child here. Now let's see whether we have any right child or not. 2 into 2 plus 2. We will get 6 here. Again index out of bound case. So no right child. This will return and everything is completed. So this will simply return now. So this is how you will construct a binary tree. You implement the code here. So we were using a vector to store the values of the linked list. We were using a vector to store the values of the linked list, and after that what we did, we traversed the whole linked list. Simultaneously we stored the values of the linked list into our vector array. So let's do the same. While my head not equals to null, store your data, store the value of the node into your vector array, move to the next node. Uh, Now let's build the tree, construct the tree. What I'll pass the vector array, then I'll take the root. Also, I need the size of the vector array, and I'll take the index of the array. Okay, so let's start building the tree. And the index. Now what? Now since I'm using here recursion, so there must be a base case. So what was our base case here? See here, notice one thing. I was getting index out of bound case here. Index out of bound case. So I'll use this as my base case. Okay. So if my index is greater than or equals to n, that is the size of the array, simply return null. You can see here, my index was greater than the size of the vector. My index was equals to the size of the vector array. So the moment this condition satisfied, simply return null. Now let's create the root node. After that, we were creating the left child node. To calculate the left child node, we were using this formula. Similarly, to calculate the right child node, we will use this formula. 2 into I plus 2. At last, return the root. So this is how you will construct your binary tree. So let's compile and run. So we are here getting correct output. Let's submit. Okay, so the problem has been solved successfully. So let's end the video here. Do subscribe the channel to get similar content, as gaining a subscriber and a like in my videos does motivates me a lot to be consistent and create more such content. So do subscribe, like and share with your friends. If you have any doubt, you can ask me in the comment section. Thanks a lot for watching. See you guys again tomorrow.